Hello everyone, my name is Toma Bonciu and you can find me on tomabonciu.com. Because it's Thursday, we have another tutorial on photo editing, and at the end of the video, if you like it, don't forget to place a comment here on YouTube or maybe on my website. Also don't forget to subscribe to this channel to receive more videos, and keep on photographing.
Okay, today we are going to use Lightroom 5 for editing two photos. These two photos were made at my workshop in Because Gorge that ended last weekend and were made at the blue hour. You can see right away that we were lucky to have this foggy atmosphere on the lake. So the thing that I'm going to do is to first of all straighten a little bit the photo and then increase the sensation of blue hour in the water and in the background trees, and right here in the foreground I would like to have more green in the grass and a little bit more light on this bench over here. So the first thing that I'm going to do is enable profile correction and remove chromatic aberration. You have the EXIF information over here, and I'm shooting with a Canon 5D Mark II and also a Canon lens 17 to 40 millimeters f4. So the first thing that I'm going to do after enabling the profile correction and removing chromatic aberration is here on the masking. Lightroom adds by default an amount of 20 points of sharpening. I'm interpreting this as being 20%, and you should adjust the masking because otherwise it will generate some noise. I don't know if you can see over here, but when there are spots of light of color, this sharpening adds some noise. So I'm going to hold the Alt key and drag masking, and as you can see I'm removing it from different spots of color. Also I have a little bit of noise because I'm shooting ISO 320, so I'm going to adjust a little bit the luminance to get rid of the noise, not too much, not to lose detail. Now let's get on with the actual editing. I will use the crop tool and the straighten tool. Click on the straighten tool and then drag, and okay, the photo is straightened. I always try to have a perfectly horizontal or horizon, but as you can see you can make mistakes. You have to avoid it as much as possible because as you can see you are losing portions of your photo when you're straightening the image. Double click to apply the crop. And right now I'm going to use the gradual filter to drag it from top to down, holding the shift key to have a perfectly straight gradual filter. And I'm going to decrease a little bit the exposure and also create from the temperature of color a much cooler atmosphere, a much bluer atmosphere. Okay, and a little bit of contrast. After that I'm going to use the brush tool, use the bracket keys to increase and decrease the brush, and I'm going to drag it from one side to another, and I'm going to increase the exposure to highlight a little bit more the fog and also add a little bit more blue in the colors. Okay, now I'm going to use another gradual filter for this bottom part, and I'm dragging the filter from down to up. Okay, and here I'm introducing more green and a little bit more exposure and a little bit more contrast. And yet some more green. Okay, now I'm going to use this radial gradual filter only on the bench. Why? First of all, I said I wanted more exposure, a little bit more light on the bench. And then, because I added the green to this part, I want to compensate a little bit for that green. Okay. Now the overall image. On the overall image, I will increase a little bit the contrast and a little bit the exposure, a little bit of vibrance, and I think this is the final image. Here we go. This is the original image, and with only few adjustments you get something like this. The original image, and then something like this. And remember that I added this blue sensation over here because the photo was made at the blue hour, and I wanted to to kind of make that blue idea pop, and also to enhance the fog on the water. So today we're going to edit 2 photos, and quickly I will go to the other photo. So again, the first thing, enable profile correction and remove chromatic aberration. Hold down the Alt key for masking, a little bit of luminance for noise reduction, and after that going with the crop tool and straighten tool, click on it, drag what should be the perfectly horizontal line, double click to apply it. Use a gradual filter, hold it from top to bottom, decrease a little bit the exposure, and add a little bit of blue atmosphere again, compensate with a little bit of green. Okay, new, add another gradual filter for this part over here, also decrease the exposure a little bit, and add a little bit of blue. You have to be careful not to overdo it and get some unrealistic image. Then add the brush with the brush tool, increase the exposure, and I'm going to use also this radial gradual filter, drag it over here and increase the exposure a bit. So what I've done with this photo, overall increase the contrast and just a little bit of exposure and a little bit of vibrance. So what I've done with this photo was to darken the top side and the bottom side to get more light in this middle area, and also increase the exposure on this area over here. And I'm trying to drag your eye to this portion over here. So let's take a look. This is the original photo and this is the edited one, and as you can see, it only took few minutes to add the atmosphere, the sensation of the fog on the water, and to also enhance that sensation of blue hour. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to place comments, say your opinion, and the most important thing is to subscribe to this channel to receive more videos and to also encourage me to create more and more videos. Until next time, keep on photographing. It's the only way to get better, and bye bye.